Huge changes have just happened with Shiba Inus. There are more and more Shiba Inus living together. What does BlackRock have to do with any of this? Why doesn't there seem to be much time left for a price pump in the past? Allow me to explain. Notabene, one of the Shiba Inu creators just sent out the following tweet. For Shiba burns, use Shibarium. Do not ask Dev when burn. Instead, tell people to use Shibarium and add to it. Ask that Shibarium and Listbone be added to your transactions. Power is in the trades, not developers, to make it happen. Shibarium is a layer 2 scaling option for burning Shiba Inu tokens, and this tweet encourages people to use it. Tokens are taken out of circulation by burning them. This is usually done to lower the overall supply and possibly raise the value of the tokens that are still in circulation. The tweet says not to keep asking the coders when the token burning will happen. Instead, it invites people to use Shibarium and help it grow. Shibarium was used and built upon. As a result of their actions, people can help the ecosystem grow and burn Shiba Inu tokens. Tweet also makes it seem like the community can change how things are said. The tweet suggests that users can ask exchanges to add Shibarium and list the Bone token, which is used as a gas fee token on Shibarium, instead of depending only on developers to add burning mechanisms. The idea behind this approach is that getting more exchanges to support Shibarium will make it more likely that the desired token burns will happen. Shiba Inu fans, like people who like cryptocurrencies, are strong when they work together to achieve shared goals and use their collective power. It's important that they stick together. A large community that is active produces a strong network effect that investors, developers, and exchanges want to know more about. Being active on social media and other online platforms makes the cryptocurrency more visible in the market, which brings in more possible investors and users. When choosing which tokens to list, exchanges often look at what the community wants. And a passionate community can have an impact on these choices. People in the community are involved in more than just marketing. They also help the project grow by giving feedback, making ideas, and even writing code. Positive feelings created by a busy community can speed up the market, bringing it more attention and making investors more interested. People often learn about cryptocurrencies through word of mouth, and a strong community can be a great place to find suggestions and testimonials. A strong community helps its members deal with hard times by being there for them emotionally. This is good for the health of the community and the project as a whole. Community members who know a lot about the project are very important for teaching others, clearing up misunderstandings, and bringing in investors who are better informed. Now you know that the power of a cryptocurrency group as a whole, like Shiba Inu fans, has a big effect on the project's growth and success. Impacting exchanges, luring investors, and supporting the growth of Bitcoin projects as a whole. In any case, the tweet also said that it was very important for people to start building on Shibarium. There's good news here. Not too long ago, Nodes announced that the blockchain for Shiba Inu had passed an important milestone. The statement stressed the need to increase its capacity because Shibarium is being used more and more. It was noticed by the official Shiba Inu X handle, which led to a woof from the Shiba Inu team in answer to the news. Woof! To reach new heights, Shibarium has now become one of the 5 busiest networks on Nodes. And we're only just getting started. What does it all mean, though? Let me explain. It's a platform for node providers. Nodes are like the buildings that make up a busy city. The blockchain is like the streets that connect these buildings. Nodes are important for processing and keeping data, just like buildings are important for businesses and services. It's only been 2 months since Nodes released the Shibarium node, but it's already becoming famous on the node provider platform. More requests came to the site as more people used Shibarium on Nodes. To keep up with the extra demand, Nodes grew the functions that can be used with Shibarium nodes. This is really big. More and more people are building on Shibarium. That's what it means. When more people build on Shibarium, it means that the environment is doing well for Shiba Inu. Think of Shibarium as a busy city where builders are busy putting up different kinds of buildings. As this city grows with more projects and uses, it's good news for people who like Shiba Inu. Shibarium's growth means that more people are using it. which makes Shiba Inu better known and used in the blockchain space. A wide range of users, investors, and developers are drawn to this thriving environment, which creates a positive feedback loop that keeps growth going. Shibarium is still being worked on, which not only adds new features and functions, but also gets more people in the community involved. People feel good about these project successes, which gets the attention of the crypto community as a whole and could bring in new donors and fans. Furthermore, the increased liquidity in the ecosystem, similar to a city market that works easily, makes it easier to trade and do business with Shiba Inu tokens. As Shibarium turns into a busy place, it could lead to agreements and collaborations, which would give the Shiba Inu ecosystem access to more resources and chances. More than anything else, watching Shibarium grow is like seeing a city grow with new buildings and partnerships. And this vitality is a big part of Shiba Inu's general success and popularity in the cryptocurrency world. Here's something very important for the whole crypto world that has to do with building and updates. I'll talk a little about the latest news about BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. Soon, I'll talk about why it's so important for Shiba Inu people. So stay tuned. A recent change made by BlackRock to the suggested structure of spot Bitcoin ETFs could let authorized participants create new fund shares using cash instead of just cryptocurrency. This change gives big Wall Street banks new possibility, especially those that can't work directly with cryptocurrencies because of rules. But why is it such big news? Allow me to explain. Let us say you're in the business world and BlackRock is involved in a big event. Big name in the business of managing investments. A change was made recently to how their planned Bitcoin ETF exchange-traded fund works. An ETF is a group of stocks or bonds that you can buy or sell on the stock market. It is directly about Bitcoin, the digital currency in this case. There are people who are authorized to make this change. These are unique things that are very important to the ETF system. They can buy or sell ETF shares, which is a way of controlling the supply. Usually, you would need cryptocurrency to buy new shares in a Bitcoin ETF, but BlackRock has changed the rules. These authorized players can now make new shares with cash as well. For big Wall Street banks like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, this is where things get interesting. Even though these banks are very good at making money, they have been limited in their ability to deal directly with coins like Bitcoin. But BlackRock's change, which lets them use cash to make new shares, is like a door opening for these banks. Now, they might be able to take part in the world of Bitcoin ETFs more. What does it mean? As it turns out, it's a link between the big banks and the new world of digital assets. This change not only works with the rules that big banks have to follow, but also uses the huge amounts of money they have available. It's kind of like letting Wall Street into Bitcoin in a way that wasn't possible before. This change is a part of a bigger story in the world of finance. More and more people are hopeful that the Securities and Exchange Commission mission, which is in charge of regulating these things, will soon give their approval to these Bitcoin ETFs. If that happens, it could change everything and bring a lot of money from regular investors into the area of digital assets. To put it simply, BlackRock's change is changing how big traditional banks can play a role in the growing world of digital assets. This could be the start of a new era in which Bitcoin is more fully integrated into the banking system as a whole. That being said, why am I so sure that the first crypto ETF will be accepted? Not long ago, a well-known former account sent out a tweet about something very interesting. This tweet brings attention to a trend that has been seen in how the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission handles cryptocurrencies. The tweet makes it sound like the SEC is currently sending crypto investor tips. Investor alerts are messages sent by government agencies like the SEC to let people know about possible risks or issues with certain investments or financial items. The connection to a past event is what makes the tweet important. The tweet says that the SEC had also sent out warnings to investors about cryptocurrencies before allowing the first Bitcoin ETF for futures trading. It seems that the SEC sending out investor alerts could be seen as part of its regulatory and due research process. There were times when the CC sent out investment alerts before the first Bitcoin ETF, based on futures contracts, was approved. So, the tweet could be saying that the CC's recent actions, like sending out alerts, could be a sign that the government agency is actively following and interacting with the cryptocurrency space, possibly as part of a process that could lead to the approval of new financial products like a Bitcoin ETF. It shows that the cease warnings have historically been linked to later approvals in the crypto area. Do not forget that the acceptance of the first crypto ETF makes it possible for more cryptocurrencies to be used, like Shiba Inu or other alternative coins. Are you interested in what the SEC has to say about all cryptocurrencies? Okay, let me explain. Putting money into crypto can be very risky, and some sites might not protect you well. This kind of business might not follow the rules, and services like proof of funds might not be as safe as they seem. Not all big crypto sites are registered with the SEC, which means you don't get some important protections. There are risks like big price changes, businesses going out of business, and scams. Be careful. Even if a famous person says it's plan ahead, know the risks and pay off your bills first. There are no changes to the rules made by the report. That was the SEC's official word. How do you feel? Do you agree with the above message that you should be careful? Leave a comment below. Make sure you click on one of the movies on the screen before you leave. You'll be glad you did it. This video has now come to an end. If you liked the video, please click like and let us know what you thought in the comments. This really helps me understand how YouTube works. Also, please tell as many people as you can about this movie. Let people know about this news.